It was 19 years ago this month that I was recruited to join the Starbucks management team and learned one of the greatest leadership lessons of my life. Totally unrelated to that, but in the first 30 days, I also earned the coveted black Coffee Master apron. If you know me at all, you know that I always want to wear black. And so part of it's that I wanted to be a coffee master. Part of it, I think, was just that I wanted to wear a black apron instead of a green one. Anyway, as part of the management team, I had an incredible mentor named Nick Dillard. He was the district manager, and he instilled into me a version of what John Maxwell always says, that everything rises and falls on leadership. Nick had his own iconic phrase that he would use anytime there was a problem or an issue. And it didn't matter what it was, big or small. It could be team members calling out or equipment breaking down or running out of pastries or not hitting your revenue mark for the quarter. Nick would always say, that is a lack of leadership. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter the circumstance. He would always just shake his head and smirk and just say, lack of leadership. And man, I hated that. I mean, how could it be my fault? How could it be my lack of leadership that an 18-year-old kid doesn't show up for their shift, or that an espresso machine breaks down, or that there's a mad rush on vanilla bean scones? I wanted to blame everyone else. I wanted to blame everything else. I certainly didn't want to acknowledge that it could be my lack of leadership. But he always just came back to that. And what that taught me is the necessity for a leader to take personal responsibility, to take extreme ownership for everything that is under our care. I'm responsible for the team. I'm responsible for revenue. I'm responsible for profit and loss. I'm responsible for operations working. I'm responsible for every aspect of the success of this store or the lack thereof. And if something is not working the way that it's supposed to, it's either because I've caused it or contributed to it by my lack of leadership. Here I am almost 2 decades later, and as I coach and consult leaders, I see the same exact thing. That every problem, every issue, every challenge, every difficulty really does come down to lack of leadership. And if you're a leader, I want you to listen to me. It's time for you to stop blaming other people. Stop blaming other circumstances. Stop blaming the market, the economy, your team, the president's policies. Stop blaming everything else. Look in the mirror, take personal responsibility, take extreme ownership, and realize every problem that you're dealing with has either been caused or contributed to by your lack of leadership. That's the bad news. The good news is that you can grow in your leadership. You can grow past the problems, past the issues. You can go to a whole nother level so that your organization no longer has to suffer because of your lack of leadership. And if you need help, let me know, because that's exactly what I do.